All right, so let's go ahead and do the eye. Let me hide the Pixar and let's see what we have here. All right. The jump sequence is completed, except some polish maybe at the end, maybe here. This is happening so fast, and a little bit of this slide. I want it to be smoother, and maybe some of these jumps are a little bit too low. So it's not a problem. Let's go ahead and grab the eye, and we need another armature for this one. First of all, put the 3D cursor to the center of the origin for the eye, so that's gonna be the bottom part. So let's go snap cursor to selected. It's gonna put it right in the bottom. So let's grab this armature collection and hit Shift A, add another armature. It's gonna be armature 001. Can change the name, it's up to you. I'm gonna leave it right there. So enter edit mode for the armature, then right click and subdivide. Let me go ahead and put the armature in front, and we need 3 bones, so 2 times subdivision. Let's go ahead and grab this bone and the head tail combination. Let's go put it right here below the ground. Then make this one smaller. All right, and grab this and make this middle bone as the height as the eye. So maybe a little bit something like this, right? Let's go make this one smaller as well. Then grab this top bone and hit Alt P and clear the parent. So this one has no parent in the relationship, as you can see right here. Grab this middle bone and let's go to the bone setting, and let's go ahead and make it maybe stick or something, but for now let's keep it at the B bone and switch to pose. Grab the bone and let's go to the bone setting. And where is bendy bone? Here. Open up the bendy bones and add some segments, maybe 8 or something. While that's selected, let's go ahead to the constraint, bone constraint, and add stretch 2, and grab the armature as the target, and this top bone as the stretch 2 bone. All right, let's go to the bendy bone setting, and here we have start and end handle. Change both to absolute. All right, and grab the start bone right here and grab the bone at the end right here. So if I go ahead and change the display bone to something like stick and grab this one, its bone stretch to the top one. So Alt and G. Now while you are in the pose mode, grab the eye, and worth mentioning, we are still uncheck the lock object mode. So with that, we be able to grab the object while we are in the pose mode. So grab your eye and hold shift, grab the bone, the middle bone, and Control P with automatic weight. So let's see what's happening if I grab this. Now we have a stretchy eye right here, even to the sides that we don't want. Alt G to reset that. So we are ready to start animating this thing, but I need to mark the neutral position for the eye. So hold D, and right here. You can see that because I actually disable this. So here, this is our natural position. Alrighty, so let's go ahead, grab your timeline, and here we have the first impact right here. So grab the B bone, and let's go ahead and make the armature for the lamp hidden. And also worth mentioning, you can go and change this top bone to something else visually. So with this rigging add-on here, so you can go ahead and maybe change it to something like this arrow double. Maybe. So let's go ahead and grab that and create and rotate that based on the y-axis 90 degree. All right, now we can see that a little bit more clearly. All right, that's our first impact. Enable the auto key and push the eye down a bit. All right, we only need the y-axis, so let's go ahead and uncheck and hide the x and z-axis. Here we have the y enable and our first key. So let's go ahead back to here before impact. So let me see what's happening to my where'd that go? Let's mark that again. I don't know what's happening. So let's go ahead and maybe bring the eye back to the natural position by hitting the Alt and G. And let me hold D and mark this right here. Let's go start pushing the eye down here. All right, so Alt G. Now it's back to original position and push it down right here. So it goes up right here. So let's grab the eye and go up. Let me see how much it's stretching. So first jump, not that much. Not that much, maybe around here or so. And it goes here. So let's go and push it down right here. Maybe even reset it to the original position in frame 179. Yeah, here. So let's go grab this key and Alt G. All right. Now this is our next push down. Goes here. So maybe we can go a little bit further with this key. All right, and here we have the first push up. So need to go this much up and push the lamp up. Then goes kind of the same size, so same height. So goes maybe over here. All right. Then let's go do the bottom. Goes here. Then starting point is here. So let's go reset that to the original position. Alt G. and one frame, push up. Then let me see how much we going up. Kinda the same height, so let's go up. Let's do the push down right here. And starting the push down is kinda maybe over here. So Alt G. And one frame, push up. And that might be the longest stretch. And that's the final push down right here. And it starts maybe here. So Alt G, reset that. That's gonna be it, I believe. So let's go and isolate this area. See that in loop. Yeah, good. Except for some bounce. So at the top right here. So let's go ahead and see the top position here. This key right there. Grab the key, and as you might remember, I have the key interpolation in the quick access menu. You can find it right here, interpolation mode. So let's go and change that key to bounce and make it a little bit something like this. You have some controlling over here. If you want, you can go and change the bounce and value right there. So I'm gonna go and leave it right here, and that's gonna be look like this. Little bit of bounce, then the other jump. So let's go and find the other jump, highest point right here, and change that to bounce as well. And this is other high key. Let's go and hit Q or go to key menu and bounce. That's another one. And bounce. And it's gonna be look like this. Not bad. Not bad actually. So that's gonna be our eye animation. Let's see. Let's go this one to frame 0 starting point. And what was the end point for the whole animation? So maybe 320. So let me bring back everything, including BG and text. Let's go to camera view. Let's go ahead and see the whole animation. As I mentioned before, we need a little bit more delay with the shade at the end. Right about here. That's going to be this lock track right here. It's 0 at this key. It's 100 here. So let's grab that and make it a little bit longer. even a little bit more. So let's go maybe 330 maybe. So see that? Yeah, it's good. And let's see the slide one more time. So that's gonna be here. Land, then start sliding. That's gonna be on root bone, right? Yeah. So let me see the slide, the front or moving forward is on Y local axis. And stops right here because we have one extra key right here, as you see right here. So there's our duplication. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this key and see what happens. So without that key, it's actually sliding real fast. So this is one frame, right? Yeah, 99 to 100. So let's grab this key. Maybe a little bit tilted. That's much better. Lands and slides down. So instead of having a really flat right here, just push this one down. You can do that with the GY key, hotkey. So G, then Y, push it down, or simply grab it and push it a little bit down. So it's actually sliding really a bit better right there. I'm happy with the overall animation. Let's go front view and let me see the jumps just to have a little bit of randomness. Maybe let's go ahead and grab this one, this key right here, and GY. Let's go a little bit higher. So this jump, then a little bit higher. So it push really hard. I'm happy with the overall animation right there, and let's go ahead, push this down, and we don't need this one. Yeah, we need it because I want to match the color and light next. So let me arrange this right here. Let's go and change some camera setting, light, possibly material, and start rendering. Finally. All right, so let's go ahead and start with the camera setting. So grab the camera. I tested some settings and I noticed the focal length is a little bit too low. So I choose 85 millimeters instead of 35. So let's make it a little bit more flat. All right, let's go to the camera view. And this is the 85. As you can see, we need to grab the camera, just like we did at the start, and go. Let me see, what's that? That's the x-axis, right? Yeah. Let's go x-axis, and let's go find the moment that this one comes into the frame. So here, this land right here. So we need that over here. Obviously, you need to go with Z up, then rotate And its rotation will be Y, I believe. No, yeah, that's X as well. So let's go right there and put the Pixar at the middle. Let me go to the camera setting and here to the viewport display, passepartout, and make it black completely. That's the camera for you. Let me go ahead and save this under rendering. So rendering. All right, so until now, we were rendering this thing with this light up here, the HDR right there inside the shading panel right here. But we need to change that to scene board and switch to here, board. And let's go and add some light right here. So to add HDR right there, you have two options, switching to shading and do that in shading mode, node view. Or here, change this color simply to environment texture. There's no texture, so you have to find HDRI right there. So open that up. I have some Subs Painter HDRIs right here, and I have Polyhaven. I'm not sure which one is more suited for this project. Let's go ahead and test some of these. Maybe this one. But before start looking for the best HDRI for our scene, let's go ahead and change some vector value. So click on this vector, and this one is in the way. Let me move this right here, maybe here. Click on this vector and go under vector, choose mapping, and this vector right here, change it to generated. Now the HDR is properly projected. All right, so this light, it's not bad. Need a little bit rotation. So here in this vector, you have rotation. Z rotation is the rotation you want. So by this, you can go and rotate your light. I'm still not happy with this light, so go ahead and zero out this Z-axis rotation and go back up and find another one. Really sharp looking HDRI, maybe this TV station thingy. No, it's too light. Maybe this sunflower thingy. Like the idea of having this sharp shadows, just like the concept, but as you see, everything is good except for this background color. So go ahead and grab this background, go to material. This is bluish, but let's go and make it more blue. So let's go maybe here. Not bad actually. Not bad at all. Maybe a little bit too dark. So let's make it more light and rotate the HDR back to world setting. Go to rotation, Z, and let's go rotate that negatively, right? Maybe here. So see the result. Lamp, it's a little bit too light. So grab the lamp. We have this material called lamp. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit darker, kinda grayish color right there. Maybe even more. Maybe. So that's that. And let's grab the light bulb. This is the light holder right here. Let's make this one a little bit darker. This one is the actual light bulb and has some emission, as you may remember. Let's go and make it a little bit lighter. You go at the end of the animation and compare that to the ending of our animation. Can be a little bit more bright. So let's go maybe here. Even more. Yeah, not bad. And another light needed. We go back to the solid mode. Another light we need to actually lit the ground, and that's not gonna happen with the emission. That's expensive for rendering, and also at the same time, if I wanted to lit the ground with this emission, you have to go really high and can't see the light bulb inside, so it's not possible. Back to 7 then. Let's attach a light to the head. So why are we tilting right here? I believe at some point I accidentally moved this control point to the z-axis. Yeah, here we have minus 6-ish, 7-ish. So go ahead, make it 0 and see. And I believe everything is good. So that was my bad. I forgot to lock this Z movement. Let's go ahead and attach the light. All right. To attach the light, grab the light bulb and snap by cursor to selection. Let's go to front view and Shift A. Let me grab the light and camera collection. Shift A, add a light of spot right here. So let's go grab the light, match that to the shade right there. So radius and spot size, make it as big as the light, but in local axis, simply push the light out. It's located inside the light bulb and can't shine through. So make it over here. Then grab the light, shift select the shade and Control P object. So it's now attached to shade. So let's go ahead and see that in render. First of all, let me save this. See the light, and let's go and make the HDR or render transparent. So go to render right here, down to film and transparent right here. Right, back to the light setting, spotlight here, and let's make the light brighter. Camera view, and let's see that in some situations right here, maybe even brighter, or maybe more radius, less radius, and brighter light. And scene. All right, looks good. Let me compare that to the video. So let's go pin that. A little bit too bright, right? Yeah. So where'd that go? Stay. So maybe a little bit something like this. And also back towards light right here, and maybe decrease the strength to 0. Maybe 7. 0.7 or 0.8. Not bad. All right, let's see that hole. Light is still It's a little bit too strong, the spotlight, I mean. Maybe let's make it 200. So let's go and make this springs a little bit darker and less rough, so more metallic. So 0.3 maybe it's the best place. Right. I'm sensing some difference between color of the shade, base, and bars at the middle. See, those are a little bit darker. So let's go ahead and make a duplication of this lamp. So new material, lamp 001. Let's go make it maybe body. Change the name to body. And a bit darker. Grab this. Hold shift and grab those all, and at last grab this bar, Control and L to link the material. Those are a little bit darker now, maybe not that much. It's more like it. See that through camera view. And maybe over here, yeah, a little bit darker. So that's good. So this one, the lamp itself, add a bit roughness, slightly, maybe 0.1 to get rid of this reflection, this bad reflection right here. But we need this much reflection right there. And also, I believe this screw back here is the same material as the body. So let's go back to the start and front view. Right, and let's go edit mode with the X-ray face selection. Let's grab this much face, and I believe Control Numpad plus is the key. So grow the selection right about here, and add another material. Choose the body and hit assign. It's gonna assign this material only to this part right here. I believe we are good to go and ready for render. So let's go ahead to the render setting and check some render options. So we are gonna render in cycle and with a GPU. If you have dedicated GPU installed on your PC, you can find it in system. CUDA for NVIDIA GPUs, and maybe optics for, no, can't remember which one is the AMD. Here, the HIP for the AMD GPUs. So everything is good. Here, select your GPU. This is your viewport render. This is your animation render. So for 4096 is too much, I believe. For this kind of scene, 1000 sample is more than enough. And at the end, we actually denoising this scene, so we can go actually to down to 500. So keep it at 500. Keep the denoise enabled, and there's nothing else here except for this motion blur right there. So center of the frame is good. So motion blur is enabled, and color management down here, change the color to standard. So let's check that with the standard color before rendering. Yeah, you see that's too blue. So grab the BG and let's make it this color and a little bit darker, maybe even more towards the bluish. And the light is still too bright. Maybe 100. It's too bright still. So we have a little problem with the shade material here. So 7 is too much. Let's go maybe 1.5. And change the color of the light to white-ish. A little bit more power to the spotlight, something like that. Not bad. And back to render setting then. Down here, sRGB, standard color. You can still choose the Ajax or Filmic. It's up to you. Maybe use Filmic, right? It's more pleasant. So now a bit more power to the light. 100 BG. Bluish color right there. Right, so good. Let's go to the output. So 1920 by 1080, 24 frames, still so good. And let's go and make some frames down here. Let's make the end frame not 100, 400. Let's go maybe 350. A little bit of room down here. All right, so starting as 0 and 350 right there. And let's find a folder to put the render. So let's go ahead, make a folder. Let's go call that export. And let's go call that intro. Keep it at PNG. And the color management, follow the scene. The same color management we just set right here. Right, looks like we are good to go for test render or possibly the final render. So I'm gonna save this project and start the render. So first of all, I'll go out of the preview rendering, go to render, menu up here, and render animation. So let's leave it to be rendered. So as you can see, I wasn't happy with the HDR light. I actually tested several lights and landed on Dancing Hall 4K.EXR from HDR Haven. And the other thing is the background, the infinite background behind the letters was a little bit too dark. So I added a plain light and lit that area a little bit. And that's that. So this is the render process you watching right now. And in the next video, let's go ahead and edit the whole thing, add some sound using video sequencer. All right, see you then.